Hello, Ruth Lorenzo.
Hi, Steve.
How are rehearsals going at the minute for the junior contest?
Everything is going amazing.
Is Spain looking good?
Spain is looking great.
I am always amazed by the confidence that these children have. It blows my mind.
It is really crazy because sometimes it makes me doubt. Geez, how do they do it? Yeah, it's like they're ready to enjoy themselves. They're ready to just give their best. They're really not thinking about a competition or anything like that. They're just really loving the present moment. And I think sometimes as adults, we forget to do that and just like be in the present. And it's a good reminder. It's a great reminder to see them.
This is your first time on the podcast. You are Spanish Eurovision royalty yourself. We're going to talk all things junior. We're going to catch up with your co-hosts. You are listening to the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast. Ruth, how does it feel being back in the Eurovision family, this time hosting?
It's really beautiful because I have a special love for Eurovision. My career started in the UK, but I was able to start my music career in Spain through Eurovision. So I really do have a big love for this format. It's amazing how it reaches so many parts of the world, and we really have a lot of beautiful music.
And can you believe it's 10 years since you were on
No,
that
I mean,
stage?
geez, it's like 10 years. It feels like yesterday. Feels like yesterday. I like I was just walking around just makes me feel like it was yesterday. But no, 10 years. 10 years has passed. It's been great, a great journey. I still remember my performance as uh something a beautiful moment. Also, every now and then I go back to it to see what we did, and it is aged beautifully. I'm very proud of what we did. And I think that's what you need to do when you come as an artist to the Eurovision contest is to really do something that throughout time you're going to feel proud of it. I'm proud of what we did.
That warms my heart. It's so nice to hear an artist say that they are so proud of their song because we look back at that performance and those vocals, you get the goosebumps, don't you? It was big. I love that you go and watch it still. Do people still ask you to sing it?
Oh, yeah, I sing it all the time. I'm dead tired of that song. I sing it all the time. I've tried to like do versions of it, so I get excited by singing it. But the truth is, like I've catched myself on rainy days with my guitar, just singing, like a very
Oh,
soft version of it. I wrote that song in London, actually, and that song has a beautiful story. I was on a record deal. It was coming to an end because of circumstances. It was the last song I wrote throughout that record deal. And the studio where I wrote that, it was right in front of Vivienne Westwood's workshop in Battersea. Every morning that I used to go to the studio, raining, it didn't matter. Vivienne Westwood would be dressed in her crazy clothes, riding her bike across Battersea with a massive smile. And she would arrive to the studio. I would see her because it was door to door right in front. And I remember it was a day that it was super rainy. I was quite sad because the music industry has these ups and downs, and it's like a crazy roller coaster. So it was a hard time. I just remember just like writing that dancing in the rain. And I just thought, you just have to keep going, And Vivienne Westwood on her bike reminded me, you just have to keep going. It doesn't matter how circumstances are outside, right?
so that song is inspired by one of the most iconic fashion designers of all time.
Yeah, it is. And you must know that the original version of that song has nothing to do with this, the version that I did for Eurovision. So I did a special remake for the 10 years, and that's how it was born. It was more like a rock ballad. So yeah, I was able to do the original version that I wanted to do. Because obviously, when you work with a big team or under a label, artists become more of an instrument more than being able to be yourself 100%. It's through time that you learn that being your 100% true self is what makes you, gives you the spot and the difference, you know? So 10 years later, I was able to do like the version I always wanted to do of the song. I performed it at the Benidorm Fest. Overall, my experience was very beautiful because it is great to be able to start your music career. In fact, the UK is my second home. I've always said it was where I everything began. I feel very fortunate to have been able to maintain my career and start my career in such an amazing market as the UK market is like insane. Um, but it is true that sometimes, home is home. So I always have this little thing, us, I wish someday I can do concerts in Spain, right? And here I am touring, recording albums, so it's really beautiful.
The Spanish fans love Benidorm Fest.
They
They
do.
go crazy for it, right?
Yeah.
So when you were hosting it, did you know this is a big moment for the country?
Yeah, yeah, I knew. I mean, those fans were the ones that took me to Eurovision. So I know them, you know. I know how passionate they are. I know they're very vocal about what they agree or not agree with. They're Spanish. We're Spanish. That's what we are. That's what we do. We if we have to complain, we complain loudly, So I'm I'm glad. I'm glad we are that way, and hosting the Benidorm Fest was amazing. I loved it. Um, and yeah, I never thought I could host on TV. It's not something that I prepared myself to do.
And talking to hosting, here you are hosting Junior. How has it been with your co-hosts Marc and Melani? What has it been like as the little Spanish team?
Yeah, Spanish team is ready. I met Marc for this. So the moment we met, it was instant. I think he's great. He has that beautiful steadiness. He's a man that gives a lot of confidence, and so I feel very calm next to him, which is really good. And then I have to say that I am a big fan of Melanie. She is the hope of the vocalists of this country. She's like amazing. And I think it's a special moment for her as well because she was in the Junior Eurovision. So it's almost like we're watching her grow up, and that is beautiful thing. And how she's really constant and steady on her music and fighting for it. I have true respect and love for her. So yeah.
I hope that you and Melanie are reminding Marc about your Eurovision credentials. Both coming top 10, both doing Spain proud.
Yeah.
You're like, Marc, you're in safe hands with us two by your side,
Yeah, he is. He's learning how to sing. He's like, I need to go to Eurovision.
Yeah, he does. Getting him into Benidorm Fest quickly,
Well,
maybe.
he's amazing. He's an amazing actor. I mean, it's great that he's been able to take the time to do this and stand next to us because I know he's super busy filming and doing his thing, but yeah, he's great. So
So listen, going back to your performance at Eurovision, I just had a thought. So if Vivienne Westwood was the inspiration, you obviously the outfit that you wore was stunning. So you wanted to make it fashion. Do you still have that dress?
do. I
Where
do.
is it?
It's in my closet. And you know what? I will confess it to you. Every now and then, I try it.
Yes, amazing.
I do. And I walk around the house like, oh, it still fits.
Do you get the hair straight out the shower? So you've got the hair the same as well?
That wet hair is my trademark. So I do it a lot. I do have to say, we had a big drama with my dress for the show.
No. Tell us.
Yes, I was meant to be wearing something else. And what happened, it was on screen, it didn't do the effect we needed. So it had the dress I was going to wear, it had like quite an armor around the breast, but instead of reflecting light, it sucked in the light, so it looked black. It would keep all the attention in the area that I did not want any attention. So we had to make the decision of 2 days before the show changing the dress. I mean, I was gonna fly to London. I was gonna go to Harrods to look for a dress. I booked a plane ticket and everything. I was gonna like sneak through the back of the hotel, nobody knowing where I was going. But we were driving along the city, and I looked at this really cute, tiny bridal shop, and I was like, maybe they have something. And so we went online, and the only one dress that wasn't a bridal dress, that it was called Hollywood something, the dress. It wasn't even for sale. He just had it as a show to show that he wasn't doing only bridal. So it was the test dress. So we rang and we rang and we rang. Everything closes at 5 p.m. I mean, in Spain, everything closes at 10 p.m. So we rang and we rang, and we rang for so long that the designer grabbed the phone and he was like, "Hi, who is this?" I'm like, "Hi, I'm Ruth Lorenzo. I'm performing at the Eurovision. We have a problem with my dress, and I saw this dress, and I think it's beautiful. Do you have it available?" He's like, "Well, I only have it on a 38 size. It's the only dress I have. Can I borrow it?" Because we didn't have presupuesto to buy it, right? So he was like, "Come in and try it on, see if it works." I tried it on. It worked perfectly. He added a little bit more stones here. And so he lent me the dress. And then obviously the night after, I had to, like, my sister took it back, like, "Thanks for the dress." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have my Eurovision dress." And then a TV show in Spain bought the dress, and they gave it
Oh,
to me as a surprise.
that is amazing.
I know, it's crazy, huh?
I never knew that story.
Yeah, so I have the dress at home, and it was a beautiful moment for me because I didn't want anything to be more important than the message of the song and the song itself. I didn't want nothing major on stage. I didn't want anything to be greater than the music itself. And I think that's something that artists need to remember. It's not about what you wear, it's not about whatever staging, it's about the simplicity of the beauty of art. And I think that's very important.
Let me tell you, Ruth, your performance was spectacular, and
Thank
people still think about that to this day. And you did
Thank
Spain so proud. It
Thanks
was
so much.
great. And here's a bit of trivia. Can you remember the country that gave you 12 points?
Albania.
Yes. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well, not that you would not know that. Do you know what I mean?
Albania
Yeah.
gave me 12 points. I haven't visited Albania. I have to go to Albania.
In the dress.
And the Sing it.
Well, listen, Ruth, have an amazing time hosting Junior. We can't wait to see you.
It was
And
great to meet you.
I at the same, it's been a long time. I've wanted you on the podcast for a long time, and you're here.
Thank you, Steve.
But I feel let's give the relay baton to your co-host. I think we need to hear from Marc and Melani, don't we? So stay right there, and we will hear from the co-hosts of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. But for now, Ruth Lorenzo, thank you so much.
Steve. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye. You are listening to the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast, and I am chatting to the co-hosts of this year's Junior Eurovision Song Contest in Madrid. And I've got to say, first of all, it's a welcome back to the podcast for Melani Garcia. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm very happy to see you again.
Well, this time we're speaking in English because last time you were in Spanish. And your co-host, Marc Clotet, nice to meet you.
Hi, Steve. Very happy to be here.
How is this week going? How much are you enjoying being part of the Junior Eurovision bubble?
It's been amazing. Well, I arrived actually yesterday, so I couldn't do so much stuff, but I'm really thrilled to see the stage. Now we've done some rehearsals. It's amazing, and the other day was the opening. Well, it was like a kind of dinner, and all the contestants were there, and they were amazing.
How does it feel to be back, Melani?
I don't know, it's a rare feeling because it's like, for example, the other day I was in the opening and I was with all the kids and there was like dinner for kids and dinner for the adults and all this stuff. And I was in the kids part, like eating some things and talking to people. And one staff member of there said to me, "I'm sorry, this is just for kids." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he says like, how old are you? And I'm 17. And he says, "Well, you have to go to the adult part." Years ago I was here.
You don't know where to be.
It's beautiful because I'm surrounded by the Junior Eurovision world. And I'm so happy about it. And with people amazing as Kim.
I was going to say, Marc, how does it feel to be amongst Eurovision royalty with both Ruth and Melani as your co-hosts?
Well, I mean, I couldn't be with better people around me. And I mean, they are amazing artists but better persons. And I mean, we're super happy because today, I mean, it's going to be the first day that we are on stage. So we're going to see it for real.
How does it feel, Marc? Because you've done so much acting. How does it feel to step into this kind of space?
I mean, yeah, it was a challenge, but I think that life, I mean, you need to take what it gives you, you know. And as an actor, I always believe that we have like a big backpack behind us. And the more things we throw inside, I mean, the better. And I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be able to use it for other characters that I'm going to play in the future. I did present a music program 2 or 3 years ago, and I felt it very good. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot, and I think I'm going to be able to use a lot of things that I learned that time here. And being next to Melani and Ruth, I mean, I couldn't feel more safe, you know, to step there and fly and let it bloom. With all I know.
Have they been teaching you the ways of Eurovision?
Well, they want me to go to Eurovision.
Can you imagine that? You in Benidorm Fest. Everyone will go wild.
Of course.
We can make it do it.
They've done it. Why not? You never know. No, of course, they're teaching me a lot of things, and we're all learning from each other. And since the first moment, the three of us just gathered together.
But he's very good. He doesn't need any teaching.
No, of course. We I don't know. We had some things in connection, you know, and we built a strong relationship from the very first second. So I think it's going to be an amazing night. We want to enjoy it.
Melani, have you heard Marc sing then?
I haven't.
No.
I really want to. I really want to.
Melani, you came third in Eurovision, in Junior Eurovision. That is an amazing result. How did you feel that night when you did as well as you did?
I think there's a video on the internet that shows how I was feeling in that moment. The Fiesta en Helado one, the ice cream party I made after. I was just so happy, so proud, and for a lot of countries they were kind of sad because some countries have a lot of pressure, such like Kazakhstan. Their country is very serious, and they were second place, no. And I was third, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing that happened ever. And well, I think it's also because it was really a dream that I had since I was very little. I was a Euro fan since I was born. My parents put every day that was Eurovision, the TV every year, and I was just very fan of the contest. And being there, it was amazing. And well, now returning, it's more special, I think.
What advice do you both have for this year's contestants? Because I was saying to Ruth, it amazes me how confident and how the talent that these children have. But what would be your advice to them? Marc, if I ask you first.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would be like enjoy what you are doing. I mean, it's not really a contest. It's just an experience. I mean, you are like super young. I mean, you are already an artist. I mean, think everyone that's going to be on stage on Saturday. I mean, it's an artist already. So having the chance to show it to Europe, it's a gift, and it's as Melani said. I mean, that's the way you should incorporate what's going to happen to you, no matter if you gain or no matter if you are the last one, you know, because you cannot lose. You already won being part of it. So just go there, enjoy, just fly, and you're gonna remember it always, no matter like where you finish at the end. Is that you were part of this edition, you know?
And Melani, is that what, when you had the dinner with the children, with the artists, were you sharing your advice with them?
Well, some of them, because they are also kind and so funny, so cute, but they are all like also looking forward to some advices, because some of them are kind of nervous, and that's normal, because it's like you just arrive here and find like all this big stage, big screen, all those people running around, and sometimes they can put you nervous. But it's like Marc said it, I couldn't have said it better. Just have fun. And just one little advice that I always had is just this week is gonna be full of doing a lots of things. So if you get just a pen and paper and like write all the things that you're going to do on the week, then when you finish it, you have like a little memory. And I actually did it in my year, and now sometimes I look at that and I remember everything that I did.
That is such a good idea, because you can take all the photos that we want, can't we? But sometimes it's hard to remember what was inside the brain. And that sounds such a good tip. I love that. I might start doing that every day anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just writing. And finally, Melani, I'm sure you've been asked this before, but would you like to represent Spain one day at the Eurovision Song Contest?
I would love it. I said it like many times that I would love it. I actually have the age to go, because it's 16 and up, and now I'm 17 and I can go. But I said it that I'm just like finding the year, like I'm finding the moment, the song, because I didn't want to go like all very quickly, rapid. No, I want to take care of it, because I love Eurovision, not Eurovision. I love Eurovision, so I want to like make a good song that I like, that I feel that it's the moment, and when that moment arrives, I will present to the Benidorm Fest at least.
How good would that be if Melani went for it?
I'm sure she's gonna be there. I mean, sooner or later, because I mean she's super talented, and I'm sure we're gonna be all there screaming and just cheering for her to win. So it's just a matter of time.
Guys, it's been so good to talk to you. I can't wait to see you and Ruth together, the trio, the Spanish trio on stage, ready to host the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. I know you got loads of rehearsals to do, so I'm going to let you get back to it. But thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, Steve.
Have fun. Great to meet you.
Thank you, Steve.
So much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
So Marc, Ruth and Melani are busy getting ready to host this year's Junior Contest in Madrid. Spain are hosting this year after coming second last year in Nice. And you'll remember that France did the double. They won twice in a row, back to back, with Zoé, the clear winner, storming to victory with her song Cœur. She is returning for an appearance in Madrid as the defending champion. So I had a little catch up with her to find out how her amazing year has been. Bonjour Zoé, hi.
Hi.
How are you? How is it being the Junior Eurovision champion?
Hey, I'm very fine, thank you.
What has your year been like?
I'm very happy and very busy because I have a lot of projects like a series, and I am main character in the in the famous cabaret in Paris, and I'm preparing my EP too, my album.
So you're making an album.
Yeah.
What is that like?
A pop album. I compose, I write. Yes, I work with other compositors.
Does it feel like you're living a dream?
It's incredible experience. I'm so happy and so excited to make my EP.
It must be so exciting. I'm going to talk in a moment about your music, but let's go back to Nice and the grand final of the Junior Eurovision Contest. What was it like that night? Can you describe it?
I was some, and it was in my country, so everybody supported me, and it was very, very incredible and magical, yes.
Were you nervous?
Little bit, yes. I'm nervous and step by step.
So you took it step by step, but you were the winner in your home country. So
yes.
Twice for France in a row.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Do you remember what you felt when you were announced as the winner?
I was so happy, so excited, and so proud for me and for my family. And it was a victory against bullying too.
Oh, it was a victory over bullying.
Yes.
Was that because it came from your heart, because you wanted to show something to the world?
Yes. And I knew bullying, and it was a victory against bullying too.
Did you make friends in Nice at the contest?
Yes, of course, especially Rania from Italy and Fia from Germany. And I say hello to all the contestants 2023.
Do you still keep in touch, keep in contact with the people from Junior?
Yes, with Rania, we met in Morocco, and Fia, we met at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
So you met them in Morocco and the Eiffel Tower, like amazing places.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes, so cool.
Now, you went to the Eurovision Grand Final in Sweden this year, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that. What was that like to watch the final?
It was amazing, and the actual Eurovision is very different because there is more pressure, but I was so happy to be there and to feel the atmosphere. It was very amazing, and to see Slimane, it was incredible.
He did well. He came fourth. First for you, though. First for you. You were number one in Junior. Can you tell us about what you did on the grand final night? Can you tell us about the sculpture that you made?
Yes, the sculpture, it is a gun with a nut to not shoot. It is a sculpture for peace and non-violence.
So you made this sculpture and you went on the stage, didn't you?
Yes, hand over to Nemo. Me to Nemo, I give this sculpture for peace and non-violence.
What did you think of Nemo's song?
I love it. And it is a mix of so many styles of music, pop, classic. I love it.
So, Zoe, who are some of your favourite musical stars?
I love Lady Gaga. She is a complete artist and very, very, very talented. Yes.
Do you see her as an idol?
Yes. And she plays so much instruments, like piano, like bass, everything.
Do you play instruments?
Yes, I play piano.
How good on the piano are you?
I'm good. I think I'm good.
I bet you're very good. I bet you're being what we call modest. I bet you're very good. What are some of your favourite Lady Gaga songs?
I love Always Remember This Way. And I love I Never Love Again.
Oh, it's a beautiful song.
Yes, and the live song with Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile.
The song Cœur was so good. It's such a good song. That song could be in the Eurovision Song Contest as well.
Thank you so much.
Zoe, what kind of movies do you like?
I like Christmas movies. I like
So Christmas movies like Elf.
yes, like all the Christmas movies. I like Christmas.
Joyeux Noël.
Yes. I like romantic movies like Titanic.
So you love a bit of Titanic as well. Have you ever sung Celine Dion's song, My Heart Will Go On?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I have to ask you, as a French singer, and Celine Dion is Canadian, but when she sang, did you see her sing on the Eiffel Tower at the Olympics?
Yes, it was amazing. Amazing.
I
Yes.
cried. I cried. It was a big moment for France. France has had
Yes.
so many big moments in the last year. France has had you winning the Junior Eurovision Song Contest and hosting the Olympics.
Yes, and Léon Marchand.
Léon Marchand, the swimmer,
Yes.
all the gold. Zoe, what is your advice to this year's contestants in Madrid?
So, breathe, be authentic, believe in yourself, have pleasure, and do the best of yourself.
That's Zoe's 5-step guide
Yes.
to getting through Junior Eurovision. And if you follow those 5 steps, you win. Would you like to sing for France in the main Eurovision Song Contest?
If I had the chance to perform at Adult Eurovision, yes, it will be a big honor for me to represent France.
Deuxième fois. Is that right? My French is not very good. Your English is excellent. My French is not so good. Well, I've got 2 words to say to you, Zoe. Believe in yourself and it will happen.
Yes, thank you.
Zoe, it's been really nice to talk to you. You are the defending champion of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. You won it for France for the 2nd time in a row. We wish you all the success with your EP and enjoy yourself in Madrid as well.
It was a pleasure to talk with you too.
You too, Zoe. All the best. Au revoir.
Thank you. Au revoir.
So a big thank you to Zoe and also to our hosts this year, Marc, Melani and Ruth. I hope you enjoy the Junior Eurovision Song Contest final. It's going to be absolutely epic and we will be back soon because, as you know, Eurovision season is going to start very, very soon. National finals, selections, artist reveals, all leading to Basel in May 2025. We are going to be there every step of the way. But for now, au revoir.